Hello dear students, today let us learn a new chapter, chapter 12, Light, Shadows and Reflections. In this chapter, you are going to learn about light, shadows and reflections. First, let's see what is light. Light is that thing which enable us to see other things. Light enable us to see other things, but itself it is not visible. Imagine if you are in a dark room and a small hole is there in the door. There's a small hole in the door. If it is daytime, you can see light from sunlight enters through the hole into the room. You can see the path of light. Similarly, if you are in a cinema hall, you can see the light from the projector to the screen. You can see that path of light in the cinema hall. If you look more carefully, you will notice that what you actually see are dust particles which shine when light falls on them. Actually, they are dust particles in that dark room. Dust particles are present. So these dust particles are shining because of when light falls on them. These dust particles you can see as the path of light. Actually, it is not light. What you see is the dust particles shining, but you feel that you are seeing light, but actually it is dust particles shining. If the room is absolutely dust free, if there is no dust in the room, you are not able to see the path of light. Okay, what we see is actually dust particles shining in the path of light. So then let's see what is light. You already know that green plants prepare food for the entire living world during photosynthesis. Green plants are producers of food. So through the process of photosynthesis, green plants produce the food for entire living things. So we can say that by using light energy, green plants produce food. So that is, light is therefore a form of energy. It is essential for the life on earth. We can say that as green plants use the light energy, so we can say that is essential for the life on earth. Without light, life is not possible on the earth. Also, during photosynthesis, oxygen is given off. During the same process, oxygen is given off. So oxygen is also very important for the living things. When we burn wood for cooking or for warming ourselves, when we use wood, coal, petroleum like fuels for producing energy, we are using the same energy, because animals and plants carry the same energy, light energy, in the form of chemical energy. Plants convert light energy into chemical energy and store them in their body parts. Same energy. Animals also getting the same energy from the plants. So ultimate source of energy is light energy, sunlight. So this light energy from the sunlight is used by all the things on the earth. We therefore depend on light energy for our requirements of food, oxygen and fuel. Because of the same process of photosynthesis, all these things are produced: food, oxygen and fuel. So we can say that we depend on light energy for our requirements of food, oxygen and fuel. How fast does light travel? For a long time, people thought that light traveled instantly from one place to another. Galileo once tried to measure the speed of light by trying to measure the time it takes to travel from one hill to another, but he could not. This is because light travels very fast. As light travels very fast, he could not find the speed of light. This is because light travels very fast. Its speed is about 3 lakh km per second in air. It will travel the distance of approximately 2000 km between Delhi and Chennai in just 1 out of 1/50th of a second. No object can travel as fast as light. The distance from the sun to the earth is 1485 lakh kilometers. You can calculate that light travels from the sun to the earth in 8 1/4 minutes. This means that you see the sun rising 8 1/4 minutes after it has already risen. It takes light several years to travel from the stars to the earth. In fact, some stars are so far off that light takes millions of years to travel from them to the earth. Therefore, when you look up to see the stars, you are actually seeing what they looked like millions of years ago. If a faraway star explodes today, the explosion can only be seen on the earth millions of years later. As stars are far away from the earth, so we can see the view of that star millions of years ago, not the recent view. When you look up to see the stars, you are actually seeing what they looked like millions of years ago. If a faraway star explodes today, the explosion can only be seen on the earth millions of years later, because the light takes that much time to travel from that star to the earth. So light is so fast. Speed of light is 3 lakh km per second, and distance from sun to the earth is 1485 lakh kilometers, and light travels from sun to the earth in 8 1/4 minutes. So remember all these points. Now, sources of light. What are the sources of light? There is a fact given there: thunder and lightning happen at the same time in the clouds, but we see the lightning a few seconds earlier than we hear the thunder. This is because light travels much faster than sound. Actually, they are occurring at the same time, happen at the same time, but light travels faster than sound. So we can see the lightning, then after some few seconds we can hear the sound, thunder. That is the reason behind that. Now, sources of light. Objects like the sun, stars, a lighted candle, an electric bulb, or the shiny fireflies, jugnus, can produce their own light. They are sources of light. What are sources of light? Objects like sun, stars, a lighted candle, an electric bulb, or the shiny fireflies or jugnus can produce their own light. They are sources of light. The sun, stars, and fireflies are natural sources of light. The candle or the electric bulb are human-made sources of light. There are two types of sources of light: natural and human-made. Sun, stars, and fireflies are natural sources of light. Candles, electric bulb, and electric bulb are human-made sources of light. There is an activity given there. Classify the following objects into those that produce their own light and those that do not. Sun, natural source of light. Table, not a source of light. Lighted candle is an artificial, human-made source of light. Wall, not a source of light. Chair, no, it's not a source of light. Electric bulb, human-made source of light. Tree, it's not a source of light. Firefly, natural source of light. Shoe, not a source of light. Star is a natural source of light. Book, they do not have light. Blackboard do not have light. Moon do not have light, their own light. Pencil do not have their own light. Moon shines because of the sunlight, reflection of the sunlight. The objects that produce their own light are called luminous objects. The objects which produce their own light are called luminous objects, and those that do not are called non-luminous objects. When light falls on a non-luminous object such as a book, it gets reflected in different directions. When this reflected light reaches our eyes, we can see the object. During the day, your room is lighted because of reflection of sunlight by the several non-luminous objects around you. You can see in the picture non-luminous object. What happened when light falls on non-luminous object? They reflected. You can see in all direction. When light from the electric source falls on the book, what happens through the light? It get reflected in each directions. When this reflected light reaches our eye, we can see that non-luminous object. During daytime, the sunlight reflected during daytime in your in a room, you can see the objects because of, sunlight falls on the non-luminous object and they get reflected and reaches our eyes. The reflected light reaches our eyes. At that time we can see that objects present in the room, present around us. This is the reason why we can see non-luminous objects. Luminous objects are those things which produce their own light. Example, star, firefly. Stars are the sun, star and firefly. Then non-luminous objects are book, paper, pencil, etc. are non-luminous objects. Moon is also a non-luminous object. It shines because it reflects the light of the sun to us. From the moon, astronauts see the earth as a big ball, shining because of the sunlight it reflects. Both the moon and the earth shine in borrowed light. All the planets, you can see they shine, but this is actually reflected, sunlight reflected, reflection of sunlight on them. They borrow light from sun and appear shiny. Light travels in a straight line. This is a property of light. Light travels in a straight line. Light always travels in a straight line. When you shine a torch in the dark, light appears to go straight outwards. The light from the cinema projector also appears to take a straight path to the screen. These observations show that light travels in a straight line. There is another activity to show that light travels in a straight line. You can see two setups there. Take a rubber tube about 30 cm long. Look at the lighted candle through it. You will be able to see the candle as long as the tube is kept straight. In the first condition, you can see the rubber tube is straight, so you can see the candle light because it is straight. Light from the candle pass through the rubber tube and reaches your eye, so you can see that candle. But see the candle as long as the tube is kept straight. Now second picture, you can see the bended, the rubber tube is bended. Bend the tube, you cannot, what will happen? You cannot see the candle because light travels in a straight line and at the bended portion it stops. It cannot travel further through the pipe. Light cannot bend along the tube like water flowing through the tube can. Water can flow through a bended pipe, but light cannot bend. Light cannot bend through a bended tube. In a laboratory, you can perform a more accurate experiment to show that light travels in a straight line. You will find that the flame can only be seen when the holes are exactly in the straight line. Another activity, activity 3. You can do this activity also. Take 3 rectangular pieces of cardboard, make holes in them at exactly the same level, make them stand straight on a table using wooden supports, keep a burning candle on the table with its flame at the level of the holes. Now adjust the cardboards so that you can see the candle flame through the holes. You can adjust and the 3 rectangular cardboard pieces are there, at the same level the hole is there. Adjust these 3 rectangular pieces, the holes comes in a straight line and in the line of the candle light, same line of the candle light. You can see the candle light through the holes. You can see the candle light through the holes. You will find that the flame can only be seen when the holes are exactly in a straight line. If the holes are not in a straight line, you cannot see the candle light. If you disturb one of the cardboards, if you move one of the cardboard from its position, you will not you will no longer be able to see the candle flame. You will not, at that time you can't see. If you disturb any one of the cardboard piece, you cannot see the flame. So we can say that this is another accurate experiment to show that light travels in a straight line. Rubber tube activity is also used to find out prove that property. So this property of light traveling in a straight line, this property of light of traveling in a straight line is called rectilinear propagation of light. This property is called rectilinear propagation of light. Light always travel in a straight line. This property is called rectilinear propagation of light. So through these activities we can say that light travels in a straight line always. Now rays and beams. A very narrow path of light represented by a line with an arrowhead showing the direction in which it is traveling is called a ray of light. In figure 12.5 you can see first picture is a ray of light. This is a ray of light. A beam of light is broader and consists of several rays. Group of rays. Beam of rays matlab a beam of parallel rays of light you can see in the second picture. Picture 12.5b. You can see this is beam of light, means several rays are there. More than one ray is there. The rays can be parallel to each other. They can be parallel to each other. If a very small source of light is used, the rays will go outwards. And figure C, you can see a beam of light from a small source of light. If there is a small source of light, the light travels in this way. From that point, it travels outwards. It will go outwards. So that is ray and beam. Ray means a very narrow path of light represented by a line with an arrowhead showing the direction in which it is traveling. There is an arrowhead in which direction it is traveling. It is called a ray of light. And the second one, a group of rays is called group of parallel rays is called a beam of light. Third one, a beam of light from a small source of light. If the source of light is very small, it is called a beam. Light travel in this way, as shown in the figure. In the laboratory, a beam of light is normally produced by using a light box. It consists of a bulb kept inside a cardboard box with a hole in it for the light to come out. For doing experiments at home, you can make a light box using a powerful torch with, as given in the activity. Next activity, in the laboratory, beam of light is normally produced by using a light box. Normally, beam of light is produced by using a light box. It consists of a bulb kept inside a cardboard box with a hole in it for the light to come out. You can see in the picture. This is called in this picture, first picture is called light box. There is a light bulb is inside the box and a hole is there. Through this hole, light is coming out. So the light coming out is called beam of light. Normally this light box is used to produce beam of light in a laboratory while doing experiment related to light. Now let us learn about transparent, opaque and translucent objects. You can look through a plain glass pane because glass allows the light to pass through it. If you look through a plain glass, you can see all the things on the opposite side of the glass because it allows light to pass through it. Such an object is called transparent. That type of objects are called transparent objects. Air, pure water and some plastics are other transparent objects. You cannot look through a cardboard piece or through this book because they do not allow light to pass through them. If you try to look through a cardboard piece or book, your science book, any other book, you cannot look through it. We cannot see the objects on the opposite side of the book. We cannot see them. That type of objects are called opaque objects. That means the objects which do not allow light to pass through them are called opaque objects. If you look at a lighted torch through a tracing paper, you will be able to see the glow of the torch, but the torch itself is not visible. Tracing paper allows some light to pass through, but not enough to enable you to see clearly through it. If you try to use through try to see through a tracing paper or butter paper, if you try to look through it, you can see some of the light will come out. Place this tracing paper on the lighted torch. You cannot see the torch through the tracing paper, but you can see the light from the torch. That means it allow only partially allow the light to pass through it. This type of materials are called translucent materials. Tracing paper allows some light to pass through, but not enough to enable you to see clearly through it. Such objects are called translucent. Butter paper, ground glass and thin sheets of plastics are other translucent objects. These are some examples of translucent objects. There is an activity given. Shine a torch on the glass pane and a glass tumbler. Does the light pass through them? You can see. Now shine the torch on a sheet of cardboard and a book. Does the light pass through them? In the first case, what will happen? A glass pane. If it is a plain glass, the light fully pass through them. Completely allow this glass pane allow light to pass through them completely. And if you shine torch on a sheet of cardboard, you cannot see the light. The light cannot pass through the cardboard. Ask a friend to shine a torch towards ground glass, like the glass in the windows of your bathroom glass. You have seen that is not clear glass, not a plain glass, frosted glass. This is called that type of glass is called frosted glass or ground glass. And this type of glass do not allow light completely and pass through. This type of objects, tracing paper. If you are using a tracing paper, then also you cannot see the torch which is on the opposite side. You cannot see the objects on the opposite side, but some of light will pass through it. This type of objects are called transparent. This activity you can do to identify transparent, translucent and opaque objects. So examples of transparent objects are plain glass, glass tumbler, etc. Then examples of opaque objects are cardboard, wood, cardboard, etc. And translucent objects, butter paper, frosted glass or ground glass, etc. All these are examples of translucent. Tracing paper is another example of translucent objects. So that's all in this session. We can learn the next part of the chapter in the next class.